All right, so we're gonna start off with social media, guys. Social media plays such an important role in this business, right? In this business and in life in general, especially since we're going into a digital age, right? Guys, just like, everything is going digital, we need to start treating our social media platform like a business because that is what it is. Literally, if you guys don't have, social media presence without a strategy is ineffective, right? If you guys don't have a strategy behind your social media, guys, you posting is irrelevant, right? And everything that I'm going to go over with you guys today, like don't get offended if it pertains to you, or if it's just to help you guys, because this is stuff that has really drastically helped me in these last couple years. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. I'm gonna go over the social media part first, and then I'll go over the prospecting, because the prospecting is lit, guys. I learned things in this training that I had never learned before. So I'm just gonna use my page as an example. Let me go ahead and go over here, right? So super, super, super important, guys. One of the three most important things, and everything that I'm teaching you guys, if you guys, once you guys start building your organization, it is super important that you go over the social media with them when they get enrolled, right? If they're gonna represent Global X, if they're gonna represent, I Am Mastery Academy, guys, we're talking about the largest financial market in the world, right? Guys, we cannot sell a dream looking like a nightmare, right? So it is super important that our social media represents Global X to the highest level, right? What you put out is what you're going to attract, right? So if we want to attract leaders, if we want to attract, business minded people, if we want to attract, people that are on a personal development journey, like shout out to Juan, like Juan, literally I got him on board literally because of Joe, because of all the books that I was putting out, because of all the personal development that I was putting out, and now he's ready out. He's out here ready to build, and so super, super important that what we put out, that you guys are aware that what we put out is what we're going to attract. So if we're putting out, if we're out in the club smoking a joint, in our dress and in our heels, guys, what do you guys think that we're going to attract? And there's nothing wrong with that, but now that we are doing business online, it is important that we remain, at a high level, standard with what it is that we're putting out there for people to see, right? So one of the most important things in your Instagram or your Facebook, whatever, the three most important thing, guys, is your profile picture, right? Your username and your bio, family. This bio right here, consider it your business card, right? Guys, right here, it is going to determine whether or not people even click on your page, right? Your username as well. Guys, your username must be something simple and it must be something related to your name. I can't count how many times I've tried to look for some people in the organization and I can never find them. I go to tag them and I can't find them because their name has nothing to do with their real name. So for example, I always think about it like this. If Bob Proctor, if Tony Robbins, if one of your mentors, David Imonitia, if someone really, really that you look up to was in a convention and you guys were in a rush, right? And you guys had to, and they asked you, hey, what's your Instagram? I'm going to go follow you. And your thing is like Big Booty 305 or like, or some crazy stuff like that. Think about it. So you want to make your name something extremely simple and no 3,000 underscores, no, I'm going to tell you, because this is something that it's funny because, I've seen my Instagram evolve. My old username used to be Life of V with like 5 V's at 5 E's at the end. Literally, when people will go follow me, they're like, oh, how many E's? Is it 3, 2, 1, 5? I'm sure Dan remembers that, so literally it's important. And it wasn't until my girl Mina, who's actually a leader in Monet, she went to tag me and she goes, V, this IG is really like, she didn't even want to tag me because of my name, because it didn't look professional, so I felt like, what, like she taught me a lot. I was like, what? It's true. When we tag you guys, we want your names to also look professional. So it is super important that you guys have a professional username and something that matches your name, right? That way people, like understand what your name is, right? In this bio section, guys, this is super, super important. I've cleaned up a lot of your a lot of your bios, and if you guys need help with it, just feel free to look around to all the other people that are in the squad. But I've helped a lot of you guys. You guys, make sure that it's not 100 million emojis, right? Make sure that you put things that resonate with you, that are going to attract the kind of people that you want into your organization, right? Whether you're a mom, whether you're a woman of God or a man of God, or whatever it is that resonates with you, you can put your businesses. A lot of you guys have co-founder of Global X, or you have Global X member. If you guys are going to put Global X in your bio, y'all just better make sure that your page matches that of Global X, right? You guys can't have a messy ass page, excuse my language. You guys can't have a messy page and then tag Global X. They're going to be like, it doesn't correlate, right? It doesn't look consistent across the board, right? So if we are going to put that, make sure that you guys clean up your Instagram, and that way it looks like you guys belong to Global X, because Global X Empire's page is super clean. So is Global X UK. So super, super important, guys. Like here, we put what we want, like what resonates with you guys. I put chef, charts, and chairman because that's what I do. I cook, I trade, and I'm a chairman, right? So literally this is where you guys can put things that resonate with you guys, right? Guys, if you guys have all caps here, y'all can keep the all caps, but I like to keep it like just regular, right? Caps is like you're yelling at someone, right? Caps is like you're being loud. So I like to keep it very, very clean, very, very simple, very minimal of emojis. We could put a few because it's good for eyes purposes. But make sure, guys, that you keep this super, super clean, right? And that you put here what you're trying to attract, right? Now your profile picture, guys, same thing, right? Literally, I'm going to show you guys why it is so important that you guys have a profile picture that looks that's not too zoomed in, right? That ain't in it, showing your behind, right? And the reason being is because when you go over here to hold on, let me see how I go on this. When you guys go back here, oh no, 1 second. When you guys go here, right? You guys don't want your page to be like this, guys, right? This is one of my clients. I love him, but like you see how zoomed in it is, right? You don't want it to be zoomed in, right? You want it to be, this is going to determine whether people click on your page or not, right? So it is super, super important, guys, like that it is zoomed out, that it's bright in color so that it stands out from the rest. But for example, Evelyn's is great, Alexis is great, but anything that is completely zoomed in, it doesn't look appealing, right? So it is super, super important, guys, that you have a profile picture that is professional and that it is, high in color and that it stands out from everybody else's, right? But except like, no, I love my girl Morgan, but just this, like just that dress, you want to keep it super, super, super professional, right? And so going back to what is super, super important, right, guys? Like I said, your username has to be super simple, something easy to find, right? I can't stand, guys, when I go to tag you and stuff and I cannot find you guys because it's nothing to do with your name, right? Your profile picture, make sure that it is high in color, make sure that it looks professional. That way, when it is, when someone opens up their Instagram and they see 5 million stories there, they're going to want to pick your story to watch, right? Because your picture is attractive, right? Here, your bio, guys, your bio is your business card, right? We don't have any more business cards, right? So this is super important. This is what's going to attract people into your Instagram, right? Now your grid, family, your grid needs to be relevant, right? All the pictures from 2016 at the club, all the pictures from 2013 when you were, smoking weed in the club and out with your friends and all that stuff, all of that stuff has to go, right? And the reason being is because, guys, people are negative and they're looking for any reason not to do business with you, right? You might have the best grid, you might have the best story, you might be posting out value all the time, but guess what? They'll scroll and scroll and scroll all the way down to that bottom of that 2013 picture in the club with the shoes that they don't like, and they'll use that as an excuse not to do business with you, right? So it is super, super important, guys, that your grid is relevant, right? That it is relevant to who you are now and who you are becoming, right? If it does not match who you are now or who you are becoming, it gotta go, right? Pictures that they don't even look like you no more, gotta go, right? Because you want this to be extremely relevant. That way, the people that are looking at you now are looking at you for who you are today and who you are becoming, right? So super important, guys. Go through your grid, and guys, keep your grid super. I mean, I have this is a little amount of pictures, right? But don't have 500 pictures, guys. Don't have 300 pictures, right? You want to keep it. You want people more involved in your stories, and when I move forward with the training, I'm gonna show you guys why, right? It is super important that your grid. You don't want them scrolling and scrolling and scrolling through old pictures of you, right? So make sure that your grid, it is clean, right? Make sure that your captions are raw, real, and meaningful, right? Guys, the picture captivates, the caption motivates, right? The picture captivates, the caption motivates, right? The picture is what's going to grab their attention, but the caption is what's going to make them feel something, right? Our page, our platform, guys, what we want to do is that we want to find a way to add value to our audience, right? Whether it be through the caption, whether it be through the picture, right? Whether it be through our stories, right? We want to make people feel some sort of way, and that's going to get them to engage with our content, right? So I went in, and even on all of my old pictures, right, I went and I fixed the captions, guys, because back then my captions were all Bad Bunny lyrics, right? They were all, I think they all Drake lyrics, all like basic stuff, basic bitch, excuse my language, captions, right? And so I don't even speak like that anymore. So I literally went through each and every single one of my pictures, and I went and I refixed the captions, right? Because God forbid someone goes, they're about to do business with me, but they're snooping around because people are nosy, and they're going to go to that very last picture because they want to make sure that before they do business with me, right, that they like everything about me, right? So I literally went and I fixed every single caption, right, to make sure that it's something that is like of value, right? So guys, the same thing, like I said, you guys have to come up with a content plan, right? Guys, social media presence with no strategy is ineffective, right? Guys, social media presence, y'all could be posting all day, but if y'all don't have a strategy behind why you're posting and how you're posting, it is ineffective, right? So it is important that just like we have, a morning routine, that we have a social media routine, right? So you guys have to come up with 3 to 5 things that resonate with you guys, that you guys are going to consistently post on your grid and on your stories, right? Guys, I post fitness, I post bikinis because I'm into the health and wellness, right? I post books, I post charts, right? So like I've changed it up ever since I started trading, obviously, and ever since I got deep into my personal development journey. Before, it was only literally fitness and bikini, literally, and then I started to switch it up. So as you see, this is the kind of like the content plan that I'm following, right? Charts, me, personal development, right? Charts, me, like personal development. Like that's kind of like the structure that I'm following now, right? And now, I'm trying to focus in on the reels and the IGTVs, guys, because Instagram is always gonna favor the newest feature, right? This is something that I learned from Shorty over the weekend, right? It is important that we start posting reels and that we start posting IGTVs, guys, because likes and comments are no longer relevant. Like, it doesn't matter if you get a ton of likes. It doesn't matter if you get a ton of comments. It doesn't matter. IG is going to favor always the newest feature. That's why reels posts pull up in the explore page, whether you have 20 followers or whether you have 20,000. right? So super, super important, guys, that we start, doing, even if it's just basic stuff, with reels, guys. There's YouTube, how to make a reel, right? And it doesn't have to be Forex, it doesn't have to be, but just start using reels. That way you start to receive more engagement, and that way you start to get more eyes on your page, right? Also hashtags, right? Guys, super important that after every single picture, you guys comment. The first comment has to be yours, and it has to be hashtags. And you guys can look for hashtags. I'm gonna actually look for the page. Christy, I'm sure you remember. I'm not sure.
It's called geotags are one of them, and the other one is displacedpurposes.com. So
You
I'll
can
put
type
it
that
in
in
the
the
chat.
chat.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
way everybody can have it, guys. The plug, right? Guys, save this website. This is where you guys can look at trending hashtags. And guys, they work, right? Literally, Evelyn put a bunch of hashtags the other day. She got a bunch of likes on a picture. She has never gotten that many likes before, right? And with this website, you guys can literally look for what are trending hashtags, and make sure that as soon as you post your picture, right, the first comment, as soon as you post it, comment on your picture all the hashtags, right? As soon as you post it, make sure that your captions are real, raw, and meaningful, right? The captions are what grasp people's attention, right? Literally, that if you can make, guys, remember, it's all about the feeling, right? If you guys haven't read that book, The Feeling is the Secret, go ahead and pick that up. It's a dope read, right? Guys, the feeling is the secret. And if you're able to make somebody feel some sort of way, they're going to engage in your content, right? Now, the most important part, guys, your story, right? Guys, your story should tell a story, right? You guys have to consider your social media, right? Like your TV, like your reality TV show, right? Why would someone tune into your channel instead of my channel, right? And so your story, guys, this is where your followers hang out, guys. This is where your followers, and if you guys are prospecting like you guys should be, if you guys are doing 30 for 30, it is important and it is crucial that you guys are popping on your stories, because if you guys are prospecting strangers, guess where they're gonna go? Check out your stuff. Guess what they're gonna go look at? The first thing they're gonna do before they even reply to your DM, is that they're gonna go look at your stories. And if your stories ain't popping, if your stories ain't adding value, if your stories ain't educating, inspiring, entertaining, they're bouncing and they're not even gonna reply to you, right? Or they're not gonna do business with you. So super, super important, guys. You need to take people on your journey from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed, right? You guys need to be posting minimum, guys, minimum 15 times per day, right? The reason being, guys, is because this is where the trust is built. If you guys are not going live, and if you guys are not doing reels, and if you guys are not doing IGTVs, guys, remember, people are only going to go into business with you if they trust you, right? If they don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you. And in your stories is where the trust is built, right? I show people, guys, people know my dog's name. I have people that just follow me because of Mia, right? Like, so this is where people get to know you, right? They know that I have a view. They know I like to read. They know I'm on Zoom calls all day. They know that I'm in the kitchen all day, right? They know that I trade because I take them on my journey. So when I prospect them, when I talk to them about a life-changing opportunity, they believe me because I'm showing them how this opportunity has changed my life, right? Literally, they're seeing how this trait, this thing, right, that scam, right, has allowed me to now impact the lives of people all over the world, right? But if you don't show them, how can you expect them to trust you? How can you expect them to go into business with you, right? You guys can't approach your friends and family and your followers about Forex, guys, or about crypto if they have never even seen you open up a chart, or if they have never seen you open up the academy. From the moment that I got enrolled in this academy, guys, I took people on the journey when I was studying. I literally started writing notes, and I would post that I was taking notes. I would post that I was watching Matthew Thayer. I would post that I was watching Jay. I would post that I was watching Nick. So you guys have to take people on your journey while you're learning, if you're new on this call, right? Because people don't know you that you trade, right? And since you don't have any results, guys, you guys can't trick your followers. Like y'all can't lie, like y'all can't lie to them. If y'all are telling them that you have a life-changing opportunity, they want to see how this opportunity has changed your life first before they sign up with you and go into business with you. So your story needs to tell a story from the moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to bed without a gap of inconsistency, right? And I know that some of you guys work 9 to 5s, and I know that some of you guys don't have the access or time to post all day, but then that just means that all your other posts have to be extremely of value, right? Because imagine you get up, you post your personal development, right? You post your breakfast, you don't post all day, and then you post at 9 p.m. or at 10 p.m. And now there's a huge gap. Like imagine someone sits there to watch your entire story, and now there's a huge gap between the morning and the night, and now they're wondering what the hell you did all day, right? And I know that it's probably because some of us have jobs. Dude, sometimes it's not that I forget, but sometimes I'm caught up in the kitchen, but I remember that I have to post. That way there's not that inconsistent gap of long hours, between the day. Right. So if you guys have to set, alarms, if you guys have to set, reminders, guys, there's apps that you can literally you guys can literally schedule out your content. Dan, if you can drop the name of that app on the chat so that everybody can have it, because I know that some of us work regular jobs. Guys, there is an app that you can actually schedule your entire week or month of content with the captions and everything, and literally it will post it for you. So there is no excuse as to why you cannot be consistent with your post, right? So you guys have to take people on your journey, guys. Literally, I show people that I'm on Zoom calls all day. They don't even, you know that there's people out there that don't even know how to use Zoom yet? There's people out there that don't know even how to use Zoom yet. I literally post things that I want to manifest. I post every single morning that my balcony view because I love it and because it reminds me that God is always watching over me, right? I post every single morning that I'm reading. That's exactly how I got Juan on board, literally because he likes the same exact books that I like. Right? I'm trying to attract people on the same frequency as me. So I'm going to post things that are going to attract what I want. What you post, I want people that have a healthy mindset. I want people that have, I want all around healthy people, right? People that are vibrating high, people that want, better in life, people that eat clean, people. I want to attract people that are into fitness, right? Like it doesn't have to be, I'm not going to get a perfect person. I'm not perfect, but that's what I'm trying to attract. So that is what I put out for people to see, right? Fitness, health, right? Literally like growing, right? Gospel music, whatever it is that you want to attract, guys, you put out into the universe, right? And literally God will give it to you. It's crazy because the more I grow my social media, the more I grow as a person, the better individuals that we are attracting into the organization. Right? Guys, super important, guys. If you guys are on DCX, if you guys are not, it is super important that you guys consider getting on DCX. Guys, y'all don't even know the kind of information that was dropped today in Jason's DCX live today. Guys, not only that, he got live with Kirk. Guys, DCX is the new wave, and it is important that we get educated as a family. And guys, and this is so important because everybody, look, this is my mom, guys, learned literally her first crypto session. Like, so it is important that you guys post every single Go Live session, especially if it's DCX, right? Guys, now more than ever, people want to get educated on Bitcoin and what's going on with digital currencies. So make sure that you guys are posting every single Go Live session and tag Jay, tag freaking Kirk, tag Nick, tag all the educators on the DCX platform, because DCX is the new wave, family. And even if you're on HFX, tag Matthew Thayer. Right? That way your audience sees that you're learning from someone who is credible, right? Guys, so super, super important that your username, like I said, your bio, your profile picture is on point. That is the most important thing in your platform, that your grid is clean, right? I know that some of you guys have like, different sized pictures. Guys, you want to keep a clean grid. Remember that when someone goes on your page for the first time, it needs to be appealing to the eyes. And if you have one picture like this, one picture like this, another one like this, that is not attractive. It is not it's not that it's not attractive, it's not appealing to the eyes, right? You know, that's why you want to make sure, guys, it takes me forever sometimes. If I don't have a caption, I don't post a picture. That's just the way that if I don't have it, if I can't find myself to write a meaningful caption, guys, I won't post a picture. I'll wait. You know, that's how serious I take this. I take my content and I take my platform, right? Because I've realized that it is important and it takes time to build an audience. Guys, I'm half naked in all of my pictures and it's taken me an eternity to build my following. It's an eternity, right? And I'm in bikini, and most of them are in bikinis. Luckily, you know, I've already built such a solid foundation, man. The people that DM me and message me is only for business, right? Because that is the kind of person and content that I put out. But literally, guys, I'm in bikini and it's taking me an eternity to build my audience. So imagine if you guys are not in bikinis, how long it's gonna take you. And if you guys are not consistent, right? And I'm gonna show you guys how important consistency is, right? I showed my squad the other day this, but I'm gonna show it to you guys again, right? If you guys get off this call today, guys, and you guys are hyped, because this happens all the time, guys. Every single time I do a training, everybody gets off the call hyped as hell. They go and make their content plan. They go for 2 days, 3 days, they go straight hard on their content, right? And they become when you become that light for somebody else, guys, because what you want your page to do, guys, you want your page to educate, to inspire, and to entertain. Those are the 3 E's. Educate, inspire, and entertain, right? Those are the 3 things that you guys want to do with your platform. Now, if you guys start to be if you guys start to, what you guys are going to see when you guys start posting from the morning that you wake up and you guys start giving value and you guys start being that light, guys, people are going to go on your page when they need. Guys, I'm going to tell you guys something, and it's pretty sad, but it's the reality, right? People are so miserable in life and they hate their lives so much that they spend their entire freaking life watching your life. People hate their lives so much that they're out there just watching other people's stories and lives because they don't like they're not happy with their life. So
can I chime in real quick?
Yeah.
Just really quick. I want to piggyback off of V really quick. The only reason I wanted to say that is because, like, personally for me, what I can honestly tell you guys is I was going through a rough patch in my life. I found myself at home with 6 kids, grandbaby, day in, day out, cooking the exact same thing. And I found Evelyn. And Evelyn was making small, simple meals that helped me to see her, and it changed my perspective of what I could do for my family. So not all the time is it I mean, yeah, I was up to here with enchiladas and tacos, but for the other thing is that I wanted a breath of fresh air, and it came from food. So you never know how you're going to be able to inspire somebody by posting something consistently. And I'm sorry it takes a long time for me to talk, but that's what I wanted to let you know.
You're on the call though. I appreciate you. What's it called? So yeah, like, and then so it's important that, guys, look, just like she was saying, guys, when you become that light, when you become that inspiration for somebody else, guys, if I don't show up to my social media, you best believe a lot of people are gonna hit me up like, "V, you good?" That's just how consistent I've been for the last 5 years with my social media. If I don't show up to my social media, I'm going to get some phone calls, right? Someone's going to hit me up and ask me if I'm okay, right? So it's important, guys, when you become that light for somebody else, that you remain consistent. It's just like, it's just like the business, right? So this is what happens. A lot of people get hyped up. They make their content plan, right? And remember, your content plan has to be things that resonate with you, because your audience is following you because they have similar beliefs, values, and morals as you, right? You guys cannot post the things that I like because that doesn't resonate with your audience. They're following because they like the things that you like, right? So guys, what happens is that people start to go hard. This freaking marker doesn't work. Excuse me. They start to go hard, right? And this is what happens, guys. Y'all, and this goes with work and business as well. y'all start to go hard and y'all on this uptrend, right? Right? You guys are consistent. You guys are going hard. You guys are posting, right? Y'all literally killing it in the game. What happens if you guys don't show up one day for your content or for your business or for the gym or for whatever? Now, one day ain't nothing bad. It just levels the playing field, right? But 2 days, right now you're on a downtrend, right? And 3 days, it becomes a habit. So it is important, guys, that you guys remain consistent. If you guys are someone on this call that never posts, start small. Don't go out and post 100 million, things that you can't keep up with, right? Just make sure, like, for example, I helped Hector fix his page. And I mean, although he's not really posting a lot, but look how, we came up with a content plan for him, right? He posts a quote or a book or whatever, like something motivational. Then he posts him, and then he posts his cars, right? So this is like a content plan. He has a structure, a plan to follow. So depending on what it is that you like, what it is that resonates with you, you guys can follow something simple like this, right? And then literally all he has to do is remain consistent with this, right? So that is actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you guys one more thing. Now, another thing, guys, super, super important that as we are on this personal development journey, as we know, network marketing, guys, is a personal development journey, right? Who are you following, right? And this is super, super key, guys, because let me tell you guys one thing. I have bad days just like every single person like in the world, right? Now I have an organization that depends on me, so I don't show my bad days, right? But for example, who you're following, it is so, so, so crucial, guys. What you let in the windows of your ears and in your eyes and the channels of your ears and your eyes, guys, is crucial, right? Subconsciously, if you're not, in the best state of mind and you happen to open your Instagram and you guys are following people from your past that no longer match your future, right? If you look back, you go back, right? Subconsciously, you might be like, nah, that ain't me at the club, right? But subconsciously, you'll start to scroll through, you'll start to click on it, then you'll start to go look through your ex's page. And I'm telling you guys this because it used to happen to me. I was following like 2,000 something people before, right? And literally, I used to have assistants that used to run my social media back when I had all my businesses up and running. And literally, I would open my page and it was like people from the club, at a club, people, smoking weed, people doing all these things that I used to do in the past, right? So it is important, guys, that you guys have less followers, you guys are following less than what you have following you, right? Because guys, we're working. We don't got time to be watching people's Instagrams, right? We don't got time to be sitting on Instagram. Unless it's prospecting and literally building new relationships, right? But you don't want to be following 3,000 people and only have 400 people following you, because it shows that you guys are just on Instagram watching people's lives and not building your own life, right? So super important, guys. Also, like guys, if y'all page don't inspire and motivate me, it's nothing. I guess I just cannot afford to see anything that doesn't match my future. So I follow luxury houses, luxury cars, business people that inspire me, right? People who I want to be like, because when I have a bad day and I open up my Instagram, if I have a bad day, I want to make sure that when I open my Instagram, it just reminds me that I have to get to work, right? And literally, that's why I've surrounded my room and my environment with nothing but success, because I cannot afford to see anything less than what my future looks like, right? When I open my eyes and I see all my mentors looking at me, I'm like, man, I got to get to work, right? I see this house that I don't live in yet. I'm like, man, I got to get to work, right? I see this Chairman 750 flyer and I'm over here like struggling to do P2000. I got to get to work, right? So it's important that we only follow things that inspire us, things that get us out of bed in the morning, right? Things that will bring light to our life and not darkness, right? So that is it for the social media, guys. Make sure that you guys apply this. Make sure that you guys, if you guys have a team, that y'all, when you guys enroll a member and you guys see their Instagram and it is struggling, help a sister out, help a family, help them out, right? If you come from a place of love and you come from a place with good intentions, right? You let them know, hey, do you want help with your social media? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell you yes, right? 9 times out of 10, people want help with their, guys, this kind of training costs money, right? This kind of training, people charge money for these kind of trainings, right? And I used to do these one-on-one for every single person that signed up with me in Monet. And then I realized that people were just using me for social media training. And I literally had to stop that. Literally, this is something that people, need to earn, right? And people that, and I want people that to take this and apply, what it is that I teach them, because honestly, there's nothing better than seeing everybody's Instagram super clean and dope and motivational and inspirational. And literally just like, I have pictures of some of our Instagrams of what it looked like before. Literally, I have pictures of everybody's Instagram before, what it looked like before, and then what it looked like after, I was able to fix some of them, so super important, guys. Take that into perspective. Now I'm going to go into the prospecting training, guys. Now,
Can I ask you one other thing? Because I think that's the only thing we didn't go over is switching your page into a business page. I don't know
yeah,
if you want them to do that.
yeah. Go
If
ahead.
you guys switch it into a business page, it gives you a different algorithm, and it helps you to do insights, and it helps you to be able to understand who are your followers. You're able to see who actually spends time on your stories, or who just clicks through, who goes back, and who rewinds to see your different stories. So if you switch it to a business page, it takes it like a day. It did for me, for the regular music to come out, because the music that it has is like pre-loaded weird music. But if you wait a day, then the regular music comes out and you can add it to your stories. But I think that's about the only thing that we didn't cover, was going and making sure that you switch it to a business page so that you can have all of that. And if you need to get on YouTube and figure out, just kind of look it over of how it switches from a regular page to a business page.
Right. All right, guys. Now I'm switching over to the prospecting, right? This is super key. Things that I've learned from Eric Worre's training. Guys, make sure that you guys take notes, because I know that this is something that a lot of you guys were asking me for help. So super, super important. Guys, prospecting is so crucial. It's like the number one skill set that we need in order to go chairman, in order to build any business, right? You guys have to figure out who is your ideal customer, right? Who can you help solve a problem for, right? And so one thing you guys have to understand, guys, is that some will, some won't, so what? Right? Some will, some won't, so what? Guys, you're going to understand, you're going to start to see that this is not for everybody. Guys, making money, being successful, creating generational wealth ain't for everybody, right? It's hard out here, man. These charts ain't for the weak, right? This business ain't for the weak, right? Christy's out here with COVID. This thing ain't for the weak, right? Like literally, like we some of us have built this business with our last dollar. This thing ain't for the weak, right? So you'll start to see, and it has to do, guys, when you prospect, the biggest thing and the most important thing is the belief. It's the confidence, right? Guys, the belief level and the confidence behind what it is that we are doing is the most important thing in prospecting and in building this business. Because I'm here to tell you guys that if you guys don't believe that this doesn't work, if you guys have the slightest doubt of belief, it will transfer into your prospect. It will transfer in, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it is crazy because Karen, shout out to freaking Karen, right? Guys, her belief level shifted, and when it did, you could tell. Like you could just tell in her voice, you could tell in her energy, you could tell in the way she's been moving, right? Even Dan, like the moment Dan has always believed, but he believed more in the business than in himself. And the more he started believing in himself, the more he started to understand, right? That now it's like, bro, we laugh when it's not that we laugh, but we just know that what we're doing is so incredible. Like when people don't sign up, I'm like, all right, good luck, good luck driving to that 9 to 5 that you hate, good luck, working for that boss that you don't like, good luck building somebody else's dreams and not yours. Remember, guys, this is something that I also learned this weekend, right? When people tell you no, guys, maybe it's a no today is not a no forever, right? Maybe they won't be part of your P600 journey, but they'll be part of your chairman journey, right? Maybe they won't be part of your 1000 journey, but they'll come back when you're chairman 50 journey, right? And it's okay. We'll accept them with open arms, right? Dude, sometimes it's not even, you gotta understand that people have been programmed, right? To be average, to do average, guys. They've been living in a box, and things like they have their hands so closed that they don't see possibility, beyond their current situation. Like literally, they've been so programmed, and you start to feel bad for people, because like I look at people and I'm like, man, bro, I could really help you. I look at people, I talk to people and I'm like, yo, I could really help you, bro. Like I got a guy at Publix at the grocery store bagging my bags, bro, full of energy. The guy's a med student bagging bags at Publix, bro. He's a med student. I was like, yo, do you really like it here? He's like, yeah, bro. Imagine he was so positive. He was like, yeah, I like it here. I'm like, man, okay, but if you don't, or if you want, if you're open to new opportunities, I have something much better for you, bro. You know, whether he calls me or not, it doesn't matter. I presented him every single Uber driver, guys, every single Uber driver. I'm like, yo, I got an opportunity for you. Like we did that in Dallas. Dude, imagine we were at this point, we were just trying to get in Uber drivers to drive for 1 minute, and pull me over. I got in the wrong Uber, literally just to speak to different Uber drivers, because it was crazy how every single Uber driver wanted to learn more about Forex and trading. Every single, guys, you got to think about it. Like, even if you're not experiencing the results right now and you're not making the money right now, y'all just got to have a solid vision and know that this works. This thing works. These charts will change your life. And when you believe that, when you solely believe that, it will transmit into your prospecting skills, right? So don't look at a prospect as a destination, but as a doorway, right? Think of every person as a doorway, right? Don't look at a prospect as a destination, but look at them as a doorway, right? If they tell you no, well, who do they know? Who can they connect you with, right? If they tell you no, or if they sign up, who can they connect you with that might want to change their life as well? That might want to be part of this incredible culture, that might want to, learn how to trade. Guys, everybody wants to learn how to trade. If the people, all these coins popping up, Robinhood out here robbing everybody, literally everybody wants to learn how to trade. So every single person that you prospect, consider them like a doorway. They can be that key that unlocks the door to that chairman or to that leader in your organization, right? So super important, guys. The person that you enroll is not always going to be the star, right? But might lead you to your next star player, right? The person that you enroll is not always going to be the chairman, but might lead you to your next chairman. So when you guys enroll people, right? And that's why it's important that when we enroll people, we tell them, yo, who can you connect me with right now, bro? Who are your boys? Who can you connect me with right now? And that's why, guys, these 3 ways on Instagram have been working so well, right? Even if they haven't signed up yet, even if they're not even they're watching my stories, and they're gonna watch and they're gonna watch and they're gonna marinate and they're gonna marinate and they're gonna marinate until they make a decision. So connect me with your prospects on Instagram in a 3-way chat, and trust me that they are watching. They might not care to watch your stories. They don't believe in you yet. Remember, guys, your friends and family are not going to support you until strangers start to celebrate you. So connect you, or I know that Riva is on this call. Connect them with Tommy's Instagram, right? Or with Caleb's Instagram, or with whatever leader in Riva, right? So these are skills that you guys are going to need. This is part of the 7 top skills that you guys are going to need if you guys want to go chairman, guys. Prospecting, right? Inviting, presenting, right? Following up, closing, launching, and promoting events. Guys, every single time that there's a call, every single time that there's an event, if you are a leader on this call, you guys need to be promoting it, right? If I'm the only one, how annoying is it if I'm the only one promoting calls and these calls are meant for you guys, right? If there is an off call and you guys have a team, how annoying is it if I'm the only one, right? Guys, I don't need op calls. I do one-on-one all day, but I do op calls because they help the organization, they help you guys have a place that you guys can send your prospects to, right? But if you guys are not promoting them, if you guys are not sharing them, then there's no point, right? So we need to make sure that promoting is one of the highest paying skills in this business, right? So prospecting, right? You guys need to have an active list of candidates, right? And guys, this came straight from Eric Worre, network marketer professional, a $500 course that Tommy plugged me in with, right? Super, super important, guys, that if you guys want to go chairman, that you do, like, you follow these things that I'm going to tell you guys with prospecting. They're really, really going to help you guys. I literally started and it's honestly been super helpful, right? You guys are going to have an active list of people that you're prospecting, right? And he says to literally write it down on paper. If you guys talk to somebody about this, write their name down, write their information down on paper. And the reason being is because when you guys write people's name down on paper, your mind, when you're writing it as opposed to typing it, is going to start like looking through all your, your files in your head, and it's going to start connecting you with other people who might be interested in what it is that we are doing. Right? So he says to empty out and put every single person on your contact list on your phone on this list, right? Guys, do not prejudge, right? Guys, that person on your contact list that you think might not be interested in this is probably the person that is interested in this, right? It will probably be the person that takes you chairman or that wants to go chairman, right? So literally what you guys can do is that when you guys make this list, right? This is something that Matthew Thayer said that I love, that's literally I love, right? You guys can hit them up and you guys tell them like this: hey, Johnny, I just thought of you. I'm super excited. I just launched this new project and I would really, really love your opinion on it. Guys, ask them for their opinion because people love to give their opinion, right? So if you ask them for their opinion, they're going to be more likely and susceptible to getting on a call with you. Hey, look, bro, I just launched this new project, bro. I'm super, super excited. You can even connect me with on Instagram, right? Yo, I just launched a new project with my girl V, and we really would love your opinion on it and see, if this is something that you can add value to what it is that we have going on, right? And then we'll coordinate a time that works for them. Guys, use me. I will get on three-way calls for all of you guys, right? If it's somebody that piques interest in what it is that we are doing, let me know and I will schedule a three-way call with them. I'm not a chairman yet. I can make time, right? So everybody on your contact list is a prospect, whether you believe that they will be into this business or not, right? Every single person in your contact list is a prospect, right? Every single one on your social media that is following you or that you are following is a prospect, right? Do not prejudge. You don't know if they hate their job. You don't know if they don't like where they're working at, right? You don't know if they're struggling financially and they could use another opportunity to make an extra source of income, right? So you guys have to literally, go through and make this list, right? Now he says, friends and neighbors. Guys, I talk to everyone about Global X. Like anyone that I get the opportunity to speak with in person. I don't really get out of my house much, so a lot of my prospecting is done online. But when I do, and even my sister, like Christy, you should have seen us. We were just like, yo, who can we talk to about this? Like it was just like every single person that we came across, we were just like excited to tell them about what it is that we were going, like that we were doing, right? So your friends and your neighbors, right? Your church friends, the people that you do business with, your grocers, right? The grocery people. Who's every single time that you guys, every single person here goes to the grocery store. The person that is bagging your bags for $8 an hour probably hates their job. Why don't you guys present them with an opportunity that can change their life? If you guys don't, it's probably because you guys don't believe that you have an opportunity that can change their life, right? Because I'm telling you, every single bag person that the guy that pushes my cart, I'm like, yo, you like it here? Like, I'm hosting an event on Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to swing by, literally, my grocery store is right there. They work there. My house is right here. I know they live or work close by. That I invite them to my events, right? Your insurance agent, right? Your car wash guy. Guys, when someone's washing the rims on your wheels, maybe you should ask them if they like their job or if they're looking for another opportunity, right? If you are a mom, the children's parents, right? The FedEx guy, the UPS guy, the firemen and policemen that you see or that you happen to run into, the dry cleaners, when you go drop off your dry cleaning, right? Guys, the most important one, the waitress at every single job, at every single restaurant, at every single bar that you go to, they're the ones that love this kind. They're the ideal customer. They love trade this. They love this kind of stuff. If someone 3 years ago would have told me about this, like when I was serving waters and serving food, dude, I would have killed for an opportunity like this. But nobody ever presented it to me, right? So he says, think of your ABCs for business. Like, so this is another, these are just ideas of people that you guys can prospect, because people are so there. I talk to people and they're like, I don't know nobody. Every single time I talk to someone, when I tell people, I'm like, dude, you don't know nobody? You don't have a car wash guy. You don't know somebody at the grocery store. Dude, the people at the grocery store, they know me. I go there all the time. They know me, right? So he says ABCs so that you guys can start opening your mind and you guys can start thinking of people, right? Think about professions doing the ABCs. A, architect, right? B, your baker. C, car wash guy. D, the dog walker or whatever. Think of like, so these are ways that you guys can start thinking of prospects, guys, and think about these jobs, man. Think about these people, what this can do for people that are working these jobs. Dude, I literally I have Alex Morton's private, he's like a private a jet, he is a pilot, and he's flown Alex Morton, and I'm like, damn, and you're still not doing this? And now he's been watching me forever. He's been one of my followers forever. And he just asked me, how much is it to get started? Because I literally told him, I'm like, because he asked me about my business, if I was still doing the food. And I go, you know what? Time is something that you can never get back. The moment that my crypto portfolio matches what I'm making, I'm out. And he goes, damn, you're right. How much is it to get started? This guy flies around Alex Morton. But it doesn't matter, guys. When you're a pilot, you're flying somebody else. Why don't you get flown? Think about it. When you own a business, guys, you don't own a business. The business owns you. So even business owners, guys, like I talk to people, like if you own a nail salon, if you own any business, you got to just open people's perspective on the time. Guys, I tell people all the time, you could throw $100 on the floor and you can pick it up, but you can't throw 100 minutes on the floor and pick it up, right? Our families are getting older. How much time, if you're a private pilot, are you being able to spend with your family? So he says ABCs for businesses, right? Like thinking of people that are in certain professions, right? And then he says, think of the ABCs, the same thing for countries. Who do you know in Australia? Who do you know in Colombia? Who do you know in London? So think about the ABCs, right? Maybe you don't know everybody in every single country, but maybe you know one person, guys. All you need to do is know one person. One literally he's like, I have one girl in Colombia. This one girl in Colombia already trades Forex and has built a team of the thousands. And she's ready to go in Spanish. So all you need to do is know one person and connect me with that one person so that we can get that one person results. And that one person can be the person that takes you to chairman, right? So another thing, right? He says to have, in order to look for prospects, right? Write 10 hashtags of things that you like, right? Do you like to fish? Do you like to do yoga? Do you like cars? Remember, because people that do business with you are people that are going to like the same things as you. So what you can do is that you guys can look for hashtags of things that you like and things that represent. Now, that's why I did social media training first, because when you do this, you want to make sure that your page is portraying what you're looking for. Guys, imagine how easy it is to spark a conversation with someone who's into cars if you like cars. Yo, bro, I love that picture of that car you just posted. Yo, sis, where do you do yoga at? I love yoga. Right? You guys don't have to always go for the win, or for like when you guys first write to somebody, right? Go actually look to what it is that they do, and go find a reason to talk to them. Like, yo, sis, I see that you're in the gym killing it. Me, I love to work out. Spark a conversation. If your page is good, if your content is good, if your stories are popping, they will ask you, what do you do? I always get asked that question. I don't even have to ask to tell them. They ask me, yo, what do you do? What do you do? Are you a chef? Do you trade? Like, what do you do? Right? So list 10 things that you're interested in and go find your people. Architecture, travel, cars, food. List 10 things and go find those people that like those 10 things, because if they like what you like, they will do what you do. Right? So make a list of all the people on your phone. Make a list of all the people on your Instagram without prejudging them. Connect me with them. Maybe they don't like you, but maybe they'll like me. Maybe they'll like Christy. Maybe they'll like Evelyn. Maybe they'll like, one of the other leaders. You'll start to see who you can connect them with. Maybe they like Katie. Maybe they like Elaine. Dude, every single time I get a dude that thinks he knows it all, I connect them with Jason right away. I'm like, you don't know nothing. Hold up. Let me connect you with someone who does. I don't know. And Jason's not someone who knows it all, but he knows a lot. Especially if it's somebody that tries to talk. Sometimes guys talk to me about crypto things and things that I don't even know yet. Yo, Jay, hold up. I literally in an IG chat. Yo, Jay, this is my boy. He's super educated on crypto, and I let him take it away. You guys have to leverage your mentor. You guys have to leverage someone else, because remember, people won't do business with you. They could be your friend, they could be your family, but they won't do business with you. They until literally you connect them, right, with someone else. Let me see. What if you have old friends that you haven't talked to in a while? Do I just start to come? Yeah, you could literally start, hey, how has COVID been treating you? Right? Go look at their page and see what they're posting, right? What they're posting. Like, are they, like, go look at their Instagram and see what they have been doing. And you could spark a conversation based off something. Yeah. Ask if their job was affected, right? That's a good one, right? Dude, people are in lockdown, right? Like, now build a relationship with them. Don't just go in for the win. Don't just go in for like, oh, hey, like, how's everything? Like, they'll feel that you're just trying to prospect them for an opportunity. So actually, if you're going to ask them how COVID went, make sure that it comes from a place that you actually care, that you can actually help them, because that will transfer. Like, I could feel, right, if someone's just trying to prospect me to get me on a call for a business opportunity. Right. So you want to make sure, like, yo, like, how's it been going? Like, like, I see, like, you're chilling, with the family a lot at home. Like, how's COVID been? Make sure that it always comes from a place of love and a place that you actually truly care, because people won't do business with you until they know that you truly care. Right. So super, super important that you guys, that energy that you care is transferable. Because if it's just like, hey, you want to do Forex, hey, I saw that you got, imagine, hey, I just saw you got laid off, you've been home. Like, it has to come from a place of love. Yeah, how can I help this person? Right? So one of the things that I do, like, for example, we have minorities in our organization and in IM, right? We have Black women, we have moms, we have older people, right? And they're not minorities. They now serve as hope dealers, right? What I told Alexis and her crew, they're all young moms, right? Literally they can prospect young moms, because now they serve as hope for young moms, right? Yo, if we can do this, why can't you? Right? If DJ Mike can do this, why not you? If Christy can do this, right? Why not you? There's no excuse. You know, it's like literally, I get the time excuse all the time. Man, ain't nobody, dude, Jason Brown is on calls all day. There's no excuse, right? If I see my mentor still working and still answering calls and still in the trenches, there's no excuse because ain't nobody as busy as him. So I look for people and I'm like, man, how can I help this person? So when I look at their page, I see if they have kids. If they have kids, I know that they can use time freedom. If I see that they have kids, I know that they can benefit from the time, right? If I see that they're young and they're like, you know, little Sergio, I know that they want to make money, that they might just be, you know, trying to make some extra money. You could read people and you could see how it is that you have to see. Remember, guys, we are in the solution business. We have the solution to people's problems. So every single time you go to prospect someone, you guys have to think, how can you solve a problem for this person? Right? Because people, they just, they don't really care. They just want to know that you can help them solve their problem, whether it be lack of money, lack of time, lack of family, right? So guys, make sure you guys, you know, make that list. And guys, look, your FedEx driver, your UPS driver, right? The waitress, the dry cleaners, the baker, the car wash, right? Right. Hashtag things that you guys like, so you can find people who like what you like. Jim Rohn, personal development, yoga, cars, right? List 10 things that you guys love and go find people that love that same thing so that it's easy for you to start a conversation with them. Instead of that COVID thing, you could find people that like what you like and go tell them, yo, I see that you're into this. I love this too. Let's connect, right? I see that you're into yoga. Me too. Let's connect. Where do you do yoga at? How long you been doing yoga for, right? Where like do you have a group of people that do yoga with you, right? Whatever it may be, right? And then so in this list that you guys are going to write in on paper, remember guys, on paper, right? Make sure that you guys add 2 people a day to this list. You know, I told, you know, the girls that we had on a call with the other day, guys, connect me with, make it a goal. Connect me or connect your mentor on IG in a 3-way with at least 2 people a day. And if you can't do 2, do 1. 1 a day. 1 a day. Imagine that's planting 1 seed a day. If you connect them, they're going to follow me. They're going to watch my stuff. They're going to watch what we do with Global X, and they're going to watch and watch and watch and watch and watch. And guys, it's literally like we're watering a plant. We're watering a seed, watering, 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 watering until they're ready to sign up. I have such a strong belief level in what it is that we have going on here and what it is that we have with I Am Mastery Academy that I believe everybody's going to get enrolled in this organization, right? I believe that I feel like, man, I'm like, some people don't even know what crypto is. Like, can you guys believe that? People, some people don't even know what Bitcoin is. Do you guys understand that we have access to information that's going to revolutionize this world, and some people don't even know what it is? So we got to show them that we are all in, because remember guys, people won't do business with you if they don't believe that you're all in this business, right? People want to do business with people that are all in, right? So that concludes my stuff. Christy, I don't know if you want to add anything else.
Trying to breathe here for a second. I think one of the biggest things too with prospecting, I think I just reiterate what V had said, and that is give everybody a chance. I always tell V, I'll stop and I'll talk to a homeless person if I have to. If I find that he has value, that even if it's to tell me how not to be homeless, like I will sit there and I will be with him and try to talk to anybody who could give me value so I could be able to give it back. Just always keep an open mind, and if you guys need anything, calls or ideas or stuff like that, like just hit me up.
Perfect. All right, sis, feel better. So guys, obviously it's Saturday night. I appreciate you guys hopping on. It just goes to show, you know, who is all in this business. Shout out to Revolt for hopping on as well. Guys, if you guys have any questions about prospecting, if you guys have any questions about anything as far as building, remember guys, on Monday night, Reval as well, guys. I will be doing another, I think Monday night, I'm going to be going over how to tell your story, right? Guys, facts tell, story sell. So Monday night, builders call, I will be going over how to tell your story, because I will be asking all my future chairmen to start opening calls starting next week. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Super grateful for everybody that hopped on. Have a wonderful night, guys.